Hey guys, what's up? So this is a video guide for the module Sales Navigator Account Search Query Export. And what this module basically does is you will create a Sales Navigator account search query in Sales Navigator. And once you're happy with those search results, and when you want to export those results out from LinkedIn Sales Navigator to a CSV, and you maybe want to import that into a CRM, or there could be a dozen different use cases, but the crux is you want those results out from Sales Navigator into a CSV or a Google Sheet, and then you want to play with that. So this module will take that search URL and will scrape all the accounts from that on those search listings, and will also scrape those accounts for all the additional information from LinkedIn. So it will take your Sales Navigator account search query URL and will scrape all the accounts and will give you the following fields about those Sales Navigator accounts. So you'll get the company's name, you'll get the company's LinkedIn profile, the company's website URL, the description, industry headline, the location, the company type, the address of the company. You'll find the number of employees. And then you also find the email address, phone number, and the external URL if that's present in the company's about description on LinkedIn or the Sales Navigator page. To set up this module, here's the input that's required. You would need to give the Sales Navigator account search query URL, and then you will also need to provide the LinkedIn session cookie. Make sure to provide the session cookie for the account that has an active Sales Navigator license to it. Otherwise, it won't work. And as far as the output fields are concerned, we already discussed that in the while we were discussing what this model does, and we'll get the following fields for each company that is being scraped from that account search results. And the steps to set up these modules are mentioned here. So we have rich documentation in terms of how to go about setting up this module. Then we also have the video guide, which is this video, and it would go out on this particular section of the documentation page. Let's click on use this module and see how to actually go about setting up this module, and then what are the kind of results that we get when we run this module. So the first field on this configuration form is the LinkedIn session cookie. So let's go to LinkedIn and right click anywhere on the page, click on inspect, click on these two arrows, click on application, click on cookies, then click on linkedin.com and find LIAT. Copy this value corresponding to LIAT. Go back to the form and paste this value here. The next field on this form is the LinkedIn Sales Navigator account search query URL. So for that, let's go to Sales Navigator and let's create an account search query URL. By creating an account search, what we mean is we're trying to find and filter in and target certain kind of companies on LinkedIn. So let's say you're performing an account-based marketing campaign, and you first need to identify the kind of accounts or the kind of companies you're trying to go after, and you have a certain persona in your mind. So you would apply all those filters here, and Sales Navigator would give you the kind of companies that match your that parameters, and that's basically creating an account search in Sales Navigator. So as far as my persona for this video goes, we will try to go after companies in the US which fall under the software or the computer software industry, and then these companies should have the 11 to 50 account employee head count, and should be doing somewhere around 5 to $15 million in annual revenue. So that's my criteria to find out the accounts that these are the kind of companies I want to go and pitch my services to. So let's click on search to see what kind of companies we have. So you can go ahead and change these filters again, and adjust the search as per your liking. And once you think that I'm very sure about these accounts, then what you need to do next is you need to copy this URL. You need to go back to the form and paste this URL here. And then in the next field you need to specify the number of results that you want this module to scrape from the total number of results that this particular search shows. So for my current configuration or the kind of filters that I've applied, I see a total of 124 results, and if you leave this column empty, it will go ahead and scrape all these 124 results. But for simplicity and for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna process the first five results, so that this gets done just in time to for me to wrap up in this video. So let's input 5 here, and the next field on this configuration form is the email address to which the result file would be sent. So if you configure this module here and then you close the platform, you'll find this result file attached to the email, and it would be sent to you to your this particular email address. So you can change this email address. By default, it will pick up the email address of the with which the account was created on Data Chroma. So to proceed, let's click on next, and you'll see this button toggle between stop and run. So what it's trying to do is it's trying to find some previous logs or previous runs or failed attempts with this current configuration that we've just added to the form. And when it could not find such things, it will come back to the initial state, which is run. And now we're going to click on run to launch the module. You will see these logs getting generated here. So by reading these logs, you can see that the module has entered or logged into the account. It has taken, it has it started working on this search query and has picked up the first five results, because we instructed the module to take only the first five results. And right now it's basically scraping these companies right now. It's the scraping has been completed. Let's click on result to download the result file. I'm gonna go to a new sheet, and I'm gonna click a file, import, and I'm gonna upload this file here. Let's click on append to current sheet and import data. So there we have the data for all these five accounts corresponding to the LinkedIn. So in the first five accounts, you get the company's LinkedIn URL, you get the company's website URL, you get the company's industry, which is computer software, you get the staff count, which is the number of employees this company has. So although we applied the filter 11 to 50, but that is the employee band that you apply to your LinkedIn company page when you create that LinkedIn company page. And they might not have updated it. So in case of, let's say, Notion, this is a company that has exploded in the past 2-3 years, and they've significantly grown in terms of the employee size also, and they haven't updated their LinkedIn company page when it comes to the employee band. So we have the current staff count as to what's the current number of employees this company has, and then we have the phone number of the company, then we have the founded year, we have the company's tagline, we have the company's description, then we have the company's complete address including postal code, country, and the address line 1 2. Then we have the company's name, we have the company's employee band, again that's the band that we applied. We have the company's background image link, we have the company type. Is the company public company, or is it a privately held company, or so on. Then we have the company's follower count as to the number of followers this company LinkedIn company page has on LinkedIn, and then with the company's specialities and the logo URL. So essentially, by creating an account search inside Sales Navigator, and then copying this URL here, you're able to extract all data about these current companies by just applying the search URL. That's the crux of this module, Sales Navigator Account Search Query Export. If you have any questions while setting up this module, you can reach out to us at support@datachroma.com, and we will help you out. Thank you.